Good everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the All-Star BB Trilliant CX Ox from Converse. So without further ado, let's check them out. First of all, before we dive into this shoe right here, that is the most ridiculous name of all time. It's too long, it's too much going on. Converse, come on, you can do better as far as naming your basketball shoes. But without further ado, let's take a look at the All-Star BB in this Trilliant model right here. So starting off with the bottom of the shoe, on this outsole right here, you do have this solid rubber outsole, and it's kind of this spiral wound traction pattern with these little nubs in between the grooves. And how these performed on indoor clean courts, they were fantastic. They gripped the floor like no other. Now they did struggle a little bit on dust because these grooves are pretty tight knit. You did have to wipe every so often, otherwise you would slide out a little bit. But overall, these did fantastic on indoor courts, all things considered. And that's why they're gonna score a very solid 8 out of 10. And I do think you could take these outdoors. Obviously they'd get very dirty, but I do think the durability would hold up. So all things considered, in my opinion, these have a very good traction pattern from Converse. As far as the cushioning goes on this model right here, it's very similar to all of the basketball shoes that they've been putting out recently. So they kind of have this Phylon material running throughout the midsole. It's very firm. You have nothing in the heel other than that Phylon material. Now in the forefoot, you have a very large volume zoom airbag. I believe it is a turbo zoom airbag, so you do get a very springy feeling under your forefoot. At the heel of the shoe, you get a little bit of impact protection with this foam material, but it does become a little bit more dead over time. In the forefoot, it's very close to the floor and has a very snappy feeling as far as the cushioning goes. So in my opinion, I actually really enjoyed my time in these because it's a very minimal setup, but it definitely gets the job done, especially for the price point. I think these are like $110 USD, $145 here in Canada. I've already seen these down to $100 Canadian, which is like 65 American. So I think it's a decent setup as far as the cushioning goes, and that's why they're gonna score a decent 7.5 out of 10. As far as the materials go on this shoe right here, you do have this polyester material on the upper. Now this material does not stretch very much. It also doesn't breathe very much either because it is kind of a closed off material with no perforations at all. But how it performs on court, it holds up, it's very durable, and it does a great job of hugging your foot within this hoop shoe right here. But it's really nothing special. It's a very cheap setup, and it definitely gets the job done when it comes to on-court use. I do think, however, outdoors this would tear pretty quickly on the concrete. So that is one thing to mention. If you can get them for super cheap, like 40 bucks, I would recommend it for outdoor use. But other than that, I definitely wouldn't pay the retail price because these are gonna get chewed up pretty quick outdoors. Indoors, you'll be good to go. But as far as the materials go, it's really nothing special, and that's why I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. As far as the weight goes on these guys right here, without the lace cover on, in a size 10.5, they come in at 12.8 ounces. So very lightweight in my opinion. With the lace cover on, they come in at 14 ounces. So the lace cover does add some weight. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to hoop with this shoe with the lace cover on versus it off. Now, as far as the fit goes on this model right here, I'm usually a size 10.5 or an 11. A 10.5 is usually a very snug fit. I went with a 10.5 in these, and they are a very snug one-to-one fit. My toe is basically right at the end of this hoop shoe right here, and it does a great job of locking your foot within this basketball shoe. It's a very snug one-to-one fit. One thing I will mention though, if you are a wide footer, it does taper in pretty decently here in the forefoot. So I would recommend going up half a size or just trying these on in stores. Another thing I do want to mention as far as the fit goes, if you do wear orthotics, pull the insole out before you play in them, because after you play in them, it's a wrap. That thing is glued down. I wanted to pop a move insole within the shoe to kind of offer a little bit more of a custom fit, but I did wear them first before popping it out, and I couldn't get them out after. So that is one thing I do want to mention. Pop out the insole if you have to put an orthotic in this basketball shoe. But overall for me, the fit was very snug. I really had no issues, no break-in time within this shoe. So as far as the fit goes, I'm gonna give these a decent 8.5 out of 10. As far as the support goes on this hoop shoe right here, if you didn't know, this has nothing to do with support, but it kind of does have this lace cover right here. It has a Velcro portion here at the bottom, and then these hooks that go into these bungees right here. And it does kind of cover the shoe, as you can see right here. I never wore them on court with this, but I could see how some people would want to wear them with this cover on, because it is kind of a cool look and it definitely offers a very clean look on the upper. But as far as the support goes within this basketball shoe, you have a very rigid internal heel counter, and then you also have this foam that wraps around the heel as well, as far as offering a very nice lockdown fit within this basketball shoe. As you can see right here, this heel counter is very exaggerated. It wraps really high up on the Achilles and then dips really low around your ankle collar. So it really is a nice fitting basketball shoe. As far as the support of the material, again, there's really no stretch with this polyester material. A great job of really hugging your foot and keeping it harnessed in this basketball shoe. And then as you can see right here on the sidewall, you have this Phylon material that does wrap up pretty high, and your foot is seated housed within that. So when you make hard lateral cuts, I never had any issues with my foot spilling over the side of the shoe. The same thing goes in the forefoot with that rubber cup wrapping up around your pinky toe there. It does a fantastic job of really housing your foot within this basketball shoe. You also have a pretty wide and stable base in the forefoot with a very small flange right here. So all things considered, this is a very supportive basketball shoe, and that's why it's going to score a very nice 9 out of 10 as far as the support goes. I really enjoyed my time in these, and I actually do think there is a small TPU shank plate right here, which again offers a very nice support system there at the midfoot. So all things considered, the Trilliant All-Star BB from Converse is a very supportive basketball shoe. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the All-Star BB Trilliant from Converse. A very nice basketball shoe for a very good price. I picked these up for like $90 Canadian. A very nice steal in my opinion. If you see these on sale and you want a shoe with a very nice cushioning system up front, a very solid traction pattern, a decent fit, cheaper materials, but the support is excellent on the shoe, look no further, because this is a great option from Converse. But it's a shoe that I don't think I'll be picking up for some time as far as playing in them again. I've got so many other shoes on the go. I'm very much backlogged as far as my performance reviews go, but I did want to pick these up because it was a very interesting basketball shoe at a very cheap price. Sound off in the comments if you guys would wear this shoe with the lace cover on or with it off. I really enjoy this colorway with the orange, the blue, and the black. I think it's a fantastic colorway. That orange outsole is just so loud. But sound off in the comments if you guys have picked these up or if you're looking forward to picking them up. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.